going to read this?
Yep.
It's okay, I'm teasing. Okay, welcome to the Montgomery County Commission meeting for Tuesday, June 29th. This meeting is being conducted by video conference via zoom.us due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This meeting will be live streamed on the county's Facebook page at Montgomery County, will be available on local public access television, DATV, and will be posted on the county's website at www.mcohio.org per guidelines approved by House Bill 197 and extended by House Bill 404. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Rice,
Here.
Commissioner Lieberman,
Here.
Commissioner Dodge.
Here. All right, County Engineer, Paul.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Administrator, and citizens online. We have 4 resolutions today. The first is 21-736 to authorize a payment by warrant in the amount of $3,530 to the City of Union for permissive tax funds for the 2020 East Martindale from State Route 48 to River Road project. And 737 is to authorize the execution of a standard highway easement for public road right-of-way purposes for the Mad River Alex Bell intersection improvement project and to record the same. And then we have 2 road closings. 738 is Old Dayton Road between Clayton Road and the Preble County Line Road, lasting approximately 2 months for the installation of AES's electric transmission poles. And this is going to be done in stages, 1 mile section at a time as they move out from Clayton Road to the county line. 739 is Lower Miamisburg Road between Union Road and Lower Miamisburg Road, lasting approximately 3 days for a pipe replacement.
You have some late.
Yeah, Paul, you have some late agenda items.
I do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, you've
Nobody
got
told
2
me
late
that.
items. You want me to?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay, commissioners.
Wait a minute. Is it Peters Pike?
It's Alex Bell Road in Paragon, Paul.
And Peters Pike.
And
Peters
Peters
Pike.
Pike and Lower Miamisburg. Culvert replacement and.
Okay, all right. Okay, late items. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have resolution 349809.
831.
Oh, do you want me to go ahead and read your late items?
Sure,
It's
go ahead. I don't have the correct resolution numbers here.
okay, no problem, Paul. Under our county engineer, Paul Gruner, we've got 2 resolutions, Commissioner, for advertise. Resolution 831, Alex Bell Road and Paragon Road intersection improvement project, Washington Township, at an estimated cost of $300,000. And resolution 832, Peters Pike and Lower Miamisburg Road culvert replacement project, Butler and Miami Townships, at an estimated cost of $230,000.
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
next
Paul.
up is Monday Community Correctional Institution.
Thank you, Commissioner. Under Monday Community Correctional Institution, we have resolution 740, submit a grant application to the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction for funds made available under the Ohio Community-Based Correctional Facility Program in an amount not to exceed $15,756,314. And then we have resolution 741, authorizing a price agreement with Trinity Services Group, Inc. for food management services through February 28, 2022, with options to renew.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We have a late agenda item from the county sheriff.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Sheriff, we have resolution 833, approve a contract addendum to the collective bargaining agreement with the Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association Civilian Unit by amending Articles 26, 30, and 32.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
County Administrator.
Under the County Administrator, we have approved the minutes of the meetings on June 22nd, 2021, Resolution 742, approval of bills, and Resolution 743, approval of travel and expenses. Both of those lists are available in the clerk's office.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have a variety of resolutions for you to consider today, as well as a couple late items. The first resolution is 744. This is the approval of personnel actions. This list is available in the clerk's office. 745, request proposals for PP-1080 emergency response, high pressure cargo tank and tube training for the Office of Emergency Management. 746 amends the agreement with Helmuth Obata Casabon PC for the jail technology replacement project and master plan project for a time extension only through July 30th of 2021. 747 authorizes the purchase with Carashoft for the AvePoint backup solution for MS Office 365 for the BCC IT department in an amount not to exceed $40,055.20 through June 28th of 2024. 748 extends the agreement with David J. Spradlin as a license plate reader coordinator for Ohio Homeland Security Region 3 through June 31st of 2021. The following two resolutions extend price agreements for water meters and repair parts for the Environmental Services Department through June 30th of 2022. The first is 749 with Neptune Equipment Company, and the second is 750 with Badger Meter Incorporated. The next three resolutions authorize grant agreements with the Ohio Emergency Management Agency for funds made available under the United States Department of Homeland Security. The first is 751 for fiscal year 2020 State Homeland Security Grant Program in the amount of $386,747 through March 31st of 2023. 752 is for the fiscal year 2019 State Homeland Security Grant Program in the amount of $402,204 through December 31st of 2021. And 753 is for the fiscal year 2020 State Homeland Security Program Law Enforcement Grant in the amount of $165,826 through March 31st of 2023. The first late item is Resolution 834. This authorizes a price agreement with Crow LLP for Microsoft D365 technical support services for the Office of Management and Budget in an amount not to exceed $300,000 through December 31st of 2021. And the next two resolutions solicits requests for proposals. The first is 835 for Pharmacy Benefit Manager Services for the Human Resources Department. And last is 836 for Healthcare Third-Party Administrator Services for the Human Resources Department.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Environmental Services, Matt.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I have 5 resolutions for your consideration today. The first is 754, authorize the county auditor to issue a warrant in the amount of $50,000 for the tire buyback event. Resolution 755, authorize an agreement with Resource Recycling Systems for professional services in an amount not to exceed $204,684 through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 756, authorize a cooperative agreement with the City of Riverside for the design of a sanitary sewer for the Olentangy Bridge Replacement Project. Resolution 757, authorize a request for qualifications for the professional design services for the Stop 8 lift station and force main replacement project. And 758, accept the subdividers contract from HSL Marketplace LLC for the Homestead Senior Living Development.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Human Services Planning and Development, and I know Jerry Pegues is going to be reading for a while. We have a few.
Just a few.
Just a
Thank
few.
you. Thank you, Commissioners. I have before you Resolution 759, which authorizes a grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Medicaid and Family and Children First Council for the prevention of multi-system youth custody relinquishment through June 30th of 2023. 760 to amend the agreement with Homeful for coordinated entry assessment services by extending the term through June 30th, 2020. 761 to extend the agreement with YWCA Dayton for SRO case management services in an amount not to exceed $27,700 through June 30th, 2022. 762 Sinclair Community College for counseling services for the Fast Forward program, not to exceed $400,000 through June 30th, 2022. 763 Sinclair Community College for development and coordination of mentoring services throughout the county in an amount not to exceed $200,000 through June 30th, 2022. 764, the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disability Services for early intervention services in an amount not to exceed $174,513.43 for state fiscal year 2022. 765 is the Greater Dayton Area Hospital Association for Early Intervention Services in an amount not to exceed $1,020,345.67 for state fiscal year 2022. We have amendments to our agreements to exercise options and modify articles through June 30th of 2022. These are resolutions 21-766 through 820. I'll be reading the names and the amounts. Alzheimer's Disease and Related Disorders Association for $23,813. Artemis Center for Domestic Violence is $275,134. Artemis Center, $100,661. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Greater Miami Valley in the amount of $25,000. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Greater Miami Valley, $25,000. Boys and Girls Club of Dayton, $50,000. Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley, $50,000. Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley, $100,000. Catholic Social Services for $103,359, and Catholic Social Services for $44,594. Dakota Center for $36,500. Daybreak for $169,085. Daybreak, $52,228. Daybreak, $25,500. Daybreak, $176,732.36. Good Neighbor House for $100,000. Goodwill Easter Sales of the Miami Valley for $35,814. Goodwill Easter Sales of the Miami Valley for $156,385. Grace United Methodist Church for $35,000. Greater Dayton Volunteer Lawyers Project for $24,550. Greater Dayton Volunteer Lawyers Project for $24,550. Homeful for $105,152. House of Bread for $37,500, and the House of Bread for $10,000. Legal Aid of Western Ohio for $75,000. Legal Aid for Western Ohio for $30,000. Legal Aid of Western Ohio for $25,000, and Legal Aid for Western Ohio for $145,740. Miami Valley Housing Opportunities for $68,382.16. Omega CDC for $63,108. Parity Inc. for $60,000. Places Inc. for $100,776. Rebuilding Together Dayton for $114,306. Senior Resource Connection for $41,436. Senior Resource Connection for $186,775. And Senior Resource Connection for $121,000. St. Vincent de Paul for $337,091. St. Vincent de Paul for $1,265,098.64. The food bank is $110,000. United Way of the Greater Dayton Area for $55,000. University of Dayton Echo for $75,000. The Urban League of Greater Southwestern Ohio doing business as Miami Valley Urban League for $119,180. Wesley Community Center for $82,800, Wesley Community Center for $89,269, Wesley Community Center for $121,316, West Care, Ohio, doing business as East End Community Services for $69,000, West Care for $105,000, and West Care, Ohio for $168,750, West Care, Ohio for $61,718, West Care, Ohio for $129,000. The YMCA of Greater Dayton is $59,899. The YMCA of Greater Dayton is $199,144. YWCA of Dayton is $146,000. YWCA of Dayton is $26,000, and YWCA of Dayton is $19,190. And then we have a couple of late agenda items. Resolution 837 is to accept a grant from the Ohio Children's Trust Fund to serve as coordinator for the Western Ohio Region Council in the amount of $649,546.54. And then Resolution 838 is a request for proposals for child abuse and child neglect prevention services for eligible residents of the 13-county Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Western Ohio region during state fiscal year of 2022. And moving forward with or I don't know if you want to just move forward. Okay, moving forward under JFS, we have 821, authorizing an agreement with the County Commissioners Association of Ohio Service Corporation and the Ohio CSEA Directors Association to enter into a participation agreement with the Consolidated Lead Evaluation and Reporting Database, CLEAR, in an amount not to exceed $16,907 for year one and $17,198 for year two through May 31st, 2023. 822 authorizes a memorandum of understanding with Goodwill Easter Seals, Miami Valley for Senior Community Service Employment Program. 823 is authorizing an agreement with Adoption Star for adoption services for one child in an amount not to exceed $3,300 through May 31st, 2022. And then Resolution 824 authorizes an agreement with Adoption Star, Inc. for adoption services for one child in an amount not to exceed $3,300 through May 31st, 2022. And there was one late agenda item, Resolution 839, authorizing an agreement with Shadowbox LLC for training program services in an amount not to exceed $69,983 through June 30th of 2022.
And there's Stillwater. You want to go ahead and read Stillwater
okay.
since your voice is still so strong?
Sure. Stillwater Center. Resolution 825 authorized a service agreement with Dayton Children's Hospital for COVID-19 vaccine clinics for pediatric residents at the Stillwater Center through December 31st of 2022.
Bravo.
Wow. Okay, I
Yeah.
move for approval.
And I second it. And I just want to say that, you know, when people ask, what does the county do for human services? You just heard a lot of it right there.
Yep. Yep.
You know, if you look at the broad spectrum of those different providers, and, you know, we touch so many people in this county. And Jared, thank you for reading it. Tom owes you big time, but more than just you reading it, you really understand what's happening out there, and you work with people. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, if I could just echo what Commissioner Lieberman said, it also shows us our human services levy at work. And, you know, we use those dollars to bring in more state and federal dollars so we can continue those programs across our county. So thank you again for your support, Commissioners. Nice job, Jerry.
Great. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, business services.
Thank you, Commissioner. Under business services, under workforce development, we have Resolution 826, authorized work experience and guidance program agreements with various local businesses through December 31st, 2021. Under Community Economic Development, we have Resolution 827, authorizing a delegation of activities agreement with the City of West Carrollton for North Elm Street Water Main Project design in an amount not to exceed $40,000 through December 31st, 2021. Also, under Community Economic Development, we have Resolution 828, publish a notice of public hearing on Montgomery County FY 2021 through 2024 Consolidated Plan to discuss performance of previously funded CDBG, home, and ESG projects, and to take public comments.
I move for approval.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Under County Commissioners, 21-0829, appoint Jennifer Alexander and Roy Craig to the Housing Advisory Board through June 30th, 2023, and 21-0830, reappoint Tom Robillard, Pam Stanley, Tawana Jones, Sarah Lomax, Jim McCarthy, Kira Patrick, Richard Stock, Karen DeMassey, Cynthia Hatton Tappy, Jan Lepore Jentelson, Robert McCann, Norm Miazzi, Sham Reddy, and Deborah Watts Robinson to the Housing Advisory Board through June 30th, 2023.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, do we have any comments by citizens? Okay. Comments by County Administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. I kind of alluded to this in the resolution reading for business services, but you know, the business community has really been supportive of the past for our youth, Career Services 365, or our Youth Works program. And it is an absolutely vital service for our teens and our students aged 14 to 18. It provides them with work experience, a salary. It keeps them off the streets, and it prepares them for the job market of the future. They are our future leaders, and we have to guide them and prepare them for the future. It also provides them an invaluable membership as far as a mentor or somebody that they can have as a partner the rest of their lives. I thank you, Commissioners, for your continued support for Youth Works. We are now looking for businesses and organizations to provide work for these students. The workforce development team takes care of going through all of the application process. So if you're a business out there and you're looking to hire some teens or some youth this summer, we'll take care of the entire application process for you. We also work to match youth up with employers. We even cover the salaries in the workers' compensation. So if you're an employer, you don't have to worry about paying the youth. We cover that. We help them prepare their timesheet, and we also cover the workers' compensation. All you as employers have to do is give them an opportunity, give them work, give them gainful employment for up to 8 weeks, and then supervise them. You can request to keep them throughout the year if you want to. If you're interested, please contact our Youth 365 team at 937-224-1482. Again, that's 937-224-1482. You can also fill out the form at thejobcenter.org/MCYouth365. Again, that's thejobcenter.org/MCYouth365. There's also a form that you can fill out if you want to do a worksite survey. So please, employers out there and youth, please get involved. Youth, it's an opportunity for you to have gainful employment and have some money in your pocket all summer. And employers, it's an opportunity for you at no cost outside of supervision to really mentor and lead a team as they move to the next step of their lives. Thank you, Commissioners, for your continued support for our youth. Without your appropriation and your support, we couldn't leverage this federal program and employ youth this summer. So thank you again.
No, no question about it. It's a great program. And, you know, at the end of each year, we always get a lot of very, very positive comments from employers who have hired these young people. So it's just a great program. It's a win-win for both employers and young employees. So going back to yesterday, Monday, Commissioner Lieberman couldn't make it, but Commissioner Rice, as well as Michael Colbert and our county engineer, Paul Gruner, we were at the ribbon cutting for the brand new Deeds Point pedestrian bridge. It just, look at that. It just looks wonderful. And Five Rivers said that it's already seen quite a bit of traffic. So congratulations to Five Rivers Metro Park for getting that project completed. And I'm happy that we could help contribute funding to cover some of the costs of that project. So we had a very nice crowd there, and you can try to see that one side of the bridge. So a little hot that morning, but
Judy, we just missed the fountains. And remember, we all would have been drenched.
yep. Well, I kept wanting to talk, but they kept booing me, so I had to get off. I also wanted to provide a status update that I received on a project to relieve an infiltration problem in our sewers. You know, a common problem for older sewer systems is that lines will often have tree roots growing from them or other breaks in the line, which causes wastewater to leak out. You know, our mission is to examine every sewer line in the county. That's quite a few. We contracted a company to line our existing sewers with resin cured material to combat leaks. Currently, we are taking a closer look at the Stillwater Basin in Northwest Montgomery County. So far, we have cleaned debris from over 23,000 feet of sewer, and we have lined 8,000 feet of problem areas with this resin cured liner to shore up the line. Now, it's a great example that those pictures there of before and after, which keeps our wastewater where it needs to be. So thank you, Matt Hilliard and Environmental Services team for leading this project. Matt, did you want to add anything to that?
Sure. Thanks, Commissioner. As you mentioned, this problem, it's not unique to Montgomery County. We started this initiative as far back as the 1990s when the lining technology really began to develop. Lining is considered a no-dig technology, and therefore it's less invasive. It limits sanitary sewer main disruption, and it extends the useful life of existing clay and concrete pipes by about 40 years. This process is incredibly proactive as it reduces infiltration and inflow, which will reduce the water treated at our wastewater plants. This helps us remain sustainable, good stewards of taxpayer money and keeps our crews from digging in everyone's neighborhoods.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.
Commissioners?
Sure. Last week on Thursday, I had the opportunity to once again congratulate our graduates of our Reentry Career Alliance Academy. And this one was significant last week because, as you can see, we were in person. First time in over a year that we've been able to do it in person. And I always love those graduations. We do it right here in our building, down in the auditorium. And, you know, each of these, this time it was men, sometimes it's men and women, you know, get up and talk a little bit. Some talk more than others, but it's just a great, great feeling to know how excited they are. They always look great because Close at Work partners with us and make sure that every person has a suit or a work appropriate outfit. And it's just, I know the other two commissioners have attended some in the past. These graduations are really moving, because if you think about it, sometimes these men and women have never graduated from anything. So it's a great event, and I'm really just proud of this last group. You know, what they do takes a lot of dedication to come in every day and work on this, and to see their progress and their stories and how they want to make a difference, and they want to change their lives. And that's the great thing about our program. You know, no one is forced to come to it. So these are people that really want to make a difference in their life. And we've been doing, well, the Officer Ranty, there's the gentleman this last class. each one of them with a great story. The one guy did a rap song, guy third from the right did a rap song that was just wonderful. But what they do is for the weeks that they're in the academy, they have 28 workshops and they're focused on everything from finance, building social skills, how to do balance a checkbook, for example, things like that. And of course, we couldn't do all of this without our many partners that volunteer and spend time teaching our classes and really being there for these men and women, returning men and women. And I have to give a special shout out to our reentry staff who were able to almost immediately shift to online and virtual classes. And it was tough because so many of the men and women didn't have access, or they were doing it on their phone. So it was amazing how many we were able to graduate. So just for perspective, we have graduated 625 men and women to date. And this training academy, the RCCA, has been in existence for 6 years. And I'm every graduation, I'm just amazed at the work that gets done. So to all of our team at the Office of Reentry, thank you.
Mhm.
And I would just echo that. I have only witnessed, I think one in person and a couple virtually. And it really is heartwarming to see people really take ownership of where they are today and decide to really turn their lives around. And you really have to witness it to, it'll bring you to tears.
Well, and especially when the friends and family get up and talk. Oh, there was a mother I spent a lot of time talking to afterwards, and she was so proud of her son because I told her he looked like a runway model and he should definitely be modeling in the next clothes that work. And she looked at me and she goes, he does look pretty good. So she was proud of him, and I think that sometimes they haven't had their parents or family members proud of them. So you're right, Carolyn. It's definitely heartwarming, but it's also, we know that what we're doing is not only one of the best programs in the state, but we're changing lives one at a time. So it's wonderful.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Totally agree. It just is another proof of if we invest in people at the right time, it can make all the difference.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
bravo,
And-
bravo.
Yeah. And thanks to Clothes at Work, because as you said, Debbie, how great they look, and just what a difference that makes. Just they get up in the morning and they feel good about how they look, and that's great. That's great. They are heartwarming stories, no question about it.
The tall young man that was on the one end, his shirt was out in the back. So when he came up to get his book and the proclamation from the three of us, and his shirt was hanging out, and I wasn't going to say anything to him then, but after the program, somebody said something to him. He was like horrified. He's like, "Oh my, did people see it?" And I said, "You're fine. I was going to say something, but you look great." So, it's a wonderful program. So thank you to Michael and all the administration and everybody that has a hand in it. It's working.
Yep.
All right. So to change gears a little bit, we have a big holiday coming up this Sunday. We're going to be celebrating 4th of July. And I just brought my dog back from the groomer, and she has on a 4th of July scarf too. I should have gotten a picture of her. Anyways, so you know what 4th of July means. It means barbecues, festivals, fireworks. And I'm just saying, remember our furry friends when you celebrate the red, white, and blue. Our pets and even many people, to include some of our veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder, are sometimes very sensitive to loud noises, flashing lights, and strong odors that all accompany a good firework display. So on this coming 4th of July, please think about the fireworks and the impact it might have in people and pets around you. We highly recommend you leave your pets at home, indoors, so they're not scared out of their minds and outside. Make sure they're safe and they're kept in a quiet room. And they even suggest that you turn on the radio or TV to kind of muffle the sound so that they're not freaking out with all the explosions. And if you do all of that, they may not be able to thank you, but they'll be in much better shape and hopefully, not get loose or have other trauma follow. So just a reminder to think about the furry friends and what fireworks mean to them. But have a great and safe 4th of July, everyone.
Mhm. Yes, and speaking of the 4th of July, we will not have a meeting next Tuesday. Our next meeting is going to be Thursday, July 15th at 1:30, and we're not, guess what? We're going to be live. We're not going to be Zoom anymore. And our meetings are going to be for a while down at the Montgomery County Board of Elections. They are on the mezzanine level. So again, that's July 15th at 1:30 at the Board of Elections boardroom on the mezzanine level. So no more virtual meetings. So with that, I think that's it.
All right.
Well, not quite, not quite.
Commissioners, we got,
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my
good. I'm
gosh,
sorry,
I'm
Commissioner.
so
Right.
sorry.
not
I
quite.
completely forgot. Happy birthday, Carolyn Rice.
Yeah,
Are we going to sing?
Today, June 29th, and we all know what that is. It's Carolyn's birthday. So
Birthday.
Michael, take it away, Michael.
happy birthday, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey,
I made it another way around the sun for another
Yeah.
365 and looking forward to the upcoming. Thank you all.
Happy
Be with all of
birthday.
you.
happy birthday, Carolyn. Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
And I'll go ahead and move to adjourn.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.